Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, at beautiful Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Protein spill.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't.
Hey, wahoo!
You don't want it. Check 26. Check 26.
Check. Lucky. Hit it.
Check this.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
Down. 10-2 stop.
On first down, Daniels. And he rifles one incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 28.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Check 31, check 31. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Leo.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Attack!
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got?
Here's Mahomes to throw, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yellow.
55. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
On first down, here's Breida. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. On second down, a run with Breida. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check 50, 43. Record. Mike 5-5.
Now here's Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, 30. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Second and 5. And this one complete to Smith. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Get pushed on, Travis.
From the gun on 3rd down. Daniels to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And to give this time to the tailback. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Say.
Topper.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. Open man is Kirk, complete. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Titans. Christian Kirk, 83 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Pick up the ball.
Yellow.
55. Right there in the middle. Alpha. Get the ball.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They run. This is Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Hey, 42.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
55, exit. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
On first down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
43.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Well, thank you. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check. Look at me. Door. 6-6. Pull it high. Fair. Fight.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're shoving his way inside the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You go take. 22 jet bomber. Check four. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Mahomes now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And again this time to the tailback. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
You got it. You got it. 70, Indy. 80 weapon.
Come on, you.
Hard.
He's checking credit. Show him.
From the gun, Daniels. Completes it to Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 3rd down gain of 19.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Bravo.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 24. Check 24.
Back to throw. Daniels. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14.
61, Matchbox Lights.
Mike, check, 59. Come on, D!
Go!
Check, 6 guys!
General West! Get it!
2nd and 14. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, bro.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here I come.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. He finds his target, Fuller. Touchdown, Titans. Will Fuller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Hey, hello! Attack! Attack!
Mahomes now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey, 57.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now it's Breida. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he's got some space here. The 30. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. It's caught by Davis. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Titans.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 51 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Come on, set. And 2 starts. Check 52. X3. 218. Chop. Hey, lock it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. He's got Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the 1st down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Yellow, on the line, 15.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It's a foot race. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here.
And that's caught inside the 30. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Gay for the Buccaneer field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an end. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Tennessee, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.